but that way you know where you're at. So especially if you've got multiple properties with a bunch of issues, it's important to document those conversations.
Totally agree. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Being up front, and again, I think as investors, or maybe just as people, but as investors, you want to cut as many corners to save money is kind of the approach you want to take, so your return's higher. But it's a lot more expensive to fix a problem than doing it right in the first place. You do it right in the first place, and that whole concern's gone. So I don't know. I'm with you on that. Finding out what needs to be fixed, going back up there, being upfront about it, and fixing it the right way, because they're going to catch it. They're not messing around. And again, it'll affect you when you try to sell it. I mean, when the day comes, you try to sell it. The insurance part you mentioned is so true. Not even just with insurance for the roof, but hot water heaters, HVAC systems, electrical, plumbing. They're looking at those things now more than ever, with all the insurance problems people are having. So our companies are having. So you got to be in compliance, or you're not going to be covered. You could kill your deal when you go to sell it. So
Yeah.
doing it the right way is the best way to do it. It just is.
Yeah.
So
You also have a lot of the private service provider cannot be stressed enough. There are people that handle permits for a living. There are people that will do inspections for a living, and they're kind of on your team. I can't stress that enough. If you have, and it used to be Lee County was really easy to work with, but in the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, I'm not saying they woke up and decided, to tell Cape Coral and the city of Fort Myers to hold my beer. I mean, they're still easier to work with than some of the cities.
yeah.
But for the most part, even Lee County, you're better off going the private service provider. And another thing that used to be, and everybody that's in the game has a mindset of if you're under contract to get a good deal and it's got like $100,000 in code violations because of some issues that have been around for years, that you can get them down to hard costs.
Those
That's
days are
not the
gone.
case anymore.
Nope. I think I heard the percentage of 20 to 30% of the lien. So that's 20 to $30,000 in the scenario you just gave with 100 grand. I mean, that's significant. That has a
Yeah.
huge impact on whether or not you want to do a deal. So if let's say your profit on it, if you're doing a flip is $50,000. If you got $30,000 in violations and fees, the only weird thing about that I don't get, and maybe it's wiped out in an auction, I don't know. But like if you want, it doesn't make any sense. If you want an investor to buy it and they're going to go, or anyone to buy it, the end user to buy it that's going to live in it, you nail them with this percentage of fees, but then you don't want to buy it because you hear that you're stopping the ability to get someone in who's going to take care of it. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. I don't see the advantage. I mean, they want their money and their fees, I guess, but it definitely is going to have a negative impact on some properties that could have been bought by someone who's going to fix it up, make it look good for the neighborhood, come in compliance, and it's better for everybody. But I don't know.